Hold on, hold on. Hi everybody, my name is Peter. Today I'm going to be drawing in my sketchbook with colored pencils, but possibly more exciting, I have an announcement regarding my upload schedule. Well, more that there will be an upload schedule now. Starting now until the end of time, I'm going to upload a sketchbook video on Mondays at noon EST. But basically the time that this video was uploaded. I will keep uploading a sketchbook video every week so you know when to come back and watch another video. So make sure you do come back. I'll be checking. I'll be taking roll. I can't wait to see you at the future episodes of Sketchbook Monday. Sketchbook Monday, best day of the week. Don't know what I'm doing all the other days, but on Sketchbook Monday I'm drawing my lines. I'm in that sketchbook and I'm doing fine 'cause it's sketchbook. You helping? Okay, let's draw. Sketchbook Monday. I picked it because it's so catchy. It just rolls off the tongue. Go ahead and try it yourself. Sketchbook Monday. Anyways, I hope you come back and stay tuned for a weekly sketchbook video update. I think this will help everyone know when to check in and tune in for a video, and the other ones will keep being sprinkled in as I finish them. I've got like 3, maybe 4 other videos in the works right now. If you want a few little spoilers, I'll tell you what's coming down the pipeline. I've got one where I'm kind of refurbishing a mirror that we have in the house. It had a big wooden frame or border around the mirror, and April was like, I don't know if I like this, and I thought, hey, let me redo it for you. I'll sand it down, paint it, and maybe it'll fit into our house a little more or stand out. The house decoration, the style, the theme we've got going here is kind of an eclectic artist theme because she has a bunch of weird knickknacks and keepsakes, and so do I. And I guess just the weird wooden border on that mirror wasn't doing it for her. So I'm in the middle of repainting that. I'm doing a big regular acrylic painting to hang over our bed right now, like a 3 feet by 5 foot painting. That's in the works. I'm kicking some more books because I recently finished the project where I was selling custom copies of my big art book, The Incomprehendium. By the way, you should still buy that. It's available on Amazon. It's like 500 pages. It's got hundreds and hundreds of my drawings in there. You can get it on Amazon. There should be a link in the description. But now I was just doing this fun thing where I was selling yard kicked versions because I have a big stack. Well, several big stacks of slightly defective copies in my house here that I'm trying to get rid of. And then on Instagram, I was just like posting. I was like, hey, if anyone wants a version of these that, I'll kick it across the yard for you. I don't even really remember how it started. Maybe I think it was someone that commented on Instagram. They asked for it, and I was like, sure, send me $30 on PayPal, and I'll kick it across the yard for it, write your name in the front, sign it, and I'll send it to you. So that was a good way for me to get rid of some of my slightly defective ones that I didn't feel good selling that they sent to me. So just yesterday, I was out in the backyard, and I kicked about 20 or 30 of these books across the yard. My foot is sore and bruised now, but now I've got a bunch of those. They're all dirty, grass stained, bent up, but I liked it. It felt fun. That's like the books themselves are a kind of piece of art, a little a little moment in my artistic history, I think. If you get, uh, I don't know how many more of these I want to do. I don't think I wouldn't consider them really for sale anymore. I don't know if my foot can take the yard kicking anymore, but it just seems so fun to me to, instead of selling pristine condition books like it seems like is the norm, but to instead take them and kick them across the yard, and then someone can have them in their house. And that seems like I feel like my book was, it's a big crazy book full of weird art in the first place. I think that's a good conversation starter, but instead to have one that's all dented up and grass stained, that's a even weirder thing. I don't know what exactly it appeals. It appealed to 20 to 30 people, and I appreciate that. Thank you for the support in that way, and I'm happy to participate and do that. Anyways, my life has been, ever since April moved in, which happened maybe like a month ago. I'm not sure. Time flies. The days blend together. Let me explain to you what my days have been like lately. So April works kind of like a 9 to 5 job now, and I've been getting up like around 7 o'clock every morning with her, which is something I haven't done in the past. Usually I just kind of go to bed whenever I'm sleepy. Like before I had someone living with me, right? When I lived by myself, I would just kind of go to bed whenever I was sleepy, and then I would set a timer. I'd set like a timer on my phone for like 7 or 8 hours. And then from whenever I went to sleep, I would just wake up the 7 or 8 hours later. I'd be like, yeah, that's about how much sleep I want to get. But now I have like a bedtime, which is, between like 10 or 11 or 12 o'clock, and I get up at 7, right? And then for the next 1.5 or 2 hours, I hang out with April in the morning. We have some coffee on the porch. We hang out with Rose on the porch. We have a little screened-in porch where we like watching Rose. She lays down in different areas of the screened-in porch and watches cars go by. People walk by. She gets a little excited if there's a dog sometimes. At first, she was really a little scared if like a big loud truck went by, but she's been getting a lot more brave. And I will say she's lying right beside me in a little scratch pad type castle, and I touched her and she woke up. But she was snoozing so peacefully, and now she's going back to sleep, I think. Very, very sleepy little cat that makes me very happy. So I hang out with April in the mornings. We drink coffee and just chat and hang out for a bit. And I help her pack her lunch like I do. Like I cut up some cucumbers for her. Sometimes I help her make a little sandwich, pack some chips, pour a little bit of ranch in a cup for her cucumbers, that kind of thing. Sometimes I spend a little bit of that time while we're hanging out on the porch to make a little, sometimes I grab one of those little artist trading cards and I make a little note for her, and I slide it in a little protective sleeve. I draw on both sides of the artist trading card. Sometimes I just draw a little drawing or write a little note for April's, and I slide it into her lunchbox so that she can find it at work when she takes her lunch break, and she can find it. And that makes me happy to know that she'll get a little surprise note from me at work. And I think she has a little collection of them now. But sometimes I don't have the time, or I'm not in the right mood. Like this morning, I was not in the right mood to make a little note for her, because we went out on the porch and there were little ants crawling around everywhere, possibly driven onto the porch by the overnight rain. I think it seems like the ants are more likely to come inside if it rains in the previous hours. But it's okay. I don't feel comfortable if there's ants milling around me. But on the days when I don't send her a little note for her lunch with her lunchbox, then usually I spend a few minutes messing around on the piano and I improvise a little song, usually a little love song. Sometimes it's goofy. Sometimes it's a little too goofy to be a love song, but it's about her and how I feel about her, and I send her a little song on the phone. Although I found out recently that there's something about maybe her cell phone reception when she's at work or something. All the little piano love songs I've been sending her, they pop up on her phone very garbled and low res. Like I send it to her at 1080p, high res, like high res enough, really good quality audio, right? And they pop up on her phone at like 480p or less, and my voice sounds all gravelly, and she can't even understand what I'm saying sometimes, but she still loves it. And then I show her a better video later, or play her a little song in person. It's fun. I like doing these little things, obviously, because I love her and enjoy saying nice things about her and making her feel good. But also, it's just a good little creative exercise. It's good motivation in that way. Doing a little doodle in the morning for her to send with her it feels like a good little warm up for my day, for whatever little creative things I'm doing later in the day. Like today, I'm finishing up this video, or some other day I might be starting a new drawing or doing a painting or just editing. It's nice to just do a little artist trading card size thing and have a focused subject instead of sitting around wondering, what am I going to make, or what's it going to be about? I know I'm going to make a little pretty thing for April, for my baby, and it's fun. In other news, I'm making headway on making a little picture book. I wrote a little story yesterday. Actually, before that, over the weekend, I wrote 2 stories, just sitting out on the porch, writing on my little laptop, and I wrote for like 4 hours, just little stories. And the first one turned out really weird, but I tried not to overthink it, right? I tried not to stop myself from writing, because I was thinking to myself, well, this is a bizarre story. How could anyone ever connect with this, or whatever? Like, it could still be like my little day fever drawing, it's like an abstract graphic novel, you might call it, that little book that I sell, you can find online. That one is way weirder. Like, that doesn't even have a cohesive plot or story, and I still love it. So this little story I wrote is just, it wouldn't work for like a picture book for like mass publication maybe, but it could still work for something else, or it could still work just for, flexing my writing muscles. And I think it worked, because after that, I wrote another story which was a lot more reined in, a lot more cohesive. It flowed better. It had, a beginning and an end, and a thread of a plot going all the way through it. It made more sense being for like a little kid. So I showed it to April. She gave me some good feedback, and I made some changes. And then I sent it to my sister, who has she has like a master's degree in children's literature, and she used to be an elementary school teacher, and she has little kids, so she has a lot of good feedback on children's books. So I'm feeling pretty good about that progress. So just a few updates for you. Let me know how all of you are doing. Any cool creative projects happening, big or small? Any little doodles or things you're making with your hands, even if it's, sometimes people sell themselves too short, I think. Even if you're making a nice meal for yourself or some people you're living with or someone you like, I think there's a lot of creativity and pride you can take in that you made something that didn't exist before. There can be creativity in the way you mow the lawn or don't mow the lawn, in the way you shave the hair on your body or let it grow out. There can be creativity in the way you go for a walk, or like me, for example, when I go for a walk, I like to go on the same exact route almost every time. In fact, it causes me a little bit of consternation, I think, if I go on a different route. Well, not consternation, but I have to really I have to think hard about turning a way that I wouldn't normally. There's some kind of comfort and coziness in walking the same path every time. I was going for a little walk with April yesterday, and as we made a turn, she said something like, I feel like we go this way every time, to which I was like, yeah, isn't it great? I love going this way every time. But she was like, I like exploring and going different ways sometimes. Which I thought, yeah, I like that too, but I don't know, I think I'm just not in that mindset a lot of the time when I go for a walk. When I think to myself, I'm going to go for a walk, in my head, it's a very, I'm already picturing that same path I already have in my head. I have to like think ahead of time. Let me go for an exploratory walk. Anyways, last night, I think both of us also ran for the first time in a long time because we got part way through our walk and we had just put a frozen pizza in the oven and we set our timer on my phone for 20 minutes. And then we were halfway through our walk in a park and we looked at my phone and there was like 8 minutes left. And we kind of started power walking back towards the house. But at a certain point, we realized, hey, we might not make it back in time. So we started walking faster, and then April started running, so I started running, and then we were heaving and breathing really hard, and eventually we really just started running all the way back to the house because I was like, I don't know, should I be worried about a burnt pizza? Should I be worried about a fire? I don't know. It turns out we got back just in time, and everything was great, so don't worry about it. Well, what do you think about this drawing? Pretty colorful, right? I'm trying to expand still on this method of putting words in drawings because I thought about writing poems still, and I think maybe this is my method of doing poetry, the way the words and the drawings and the lines and shapes and colors all interact with each other and one influences the other as I'm making them. They inspire each other. I think this is maybe how I got to do it. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and see you on the flip side, okay? Next Monday, at least, if I don't upload before then. But I'll try to. See ya. Subscribe. And leave a comment, please. I read all the comments. All right. Bye.